Hello, my name is Danilo Martinez, and I am going to talk about religious organizations that are affiliated with the general society, social groups that are not in similar relationships, and solutions to alleviate this topic. First of all, there are many profit and non-profit relationships that are mutually beneficial between the general society and religious organizations. To be a little more detailed, there are many different types of churches that are affiliated with society, but not all of them offer the exact same services. Therefore, not every church has a relationship with the society, but they at least do open the door for them. What I'm trying to say by this is that not everybody that goes to church has a relationship with the priest or with the service members that volunteer during the mass sessions. You know, most of them are just trying to get by and do their thing and just donate what they can every Sunday, rather than volunteering and helping out with the community by fundraising and trying to raise events for the society to make the church a little more public. It is different to say that praying and worshiping God can come along with financial gaining by extracurricular activities or other fundraising festivities that can benefit both parties, but some social groups may not want to be a part of this. There are many groups, but one social group that does not have a direct relationship with religious organizations are the Freemasons. They are united and they do spread their own kind of word, and they also might even serve the community in their own ways, but their ways of God and religion may not be what is expected in certain religious establishments. They may not be the type of social group that prays to God on a weekly basis. That's what I'm just trying to say. They do good things for the people in the community, but that does not mean they're 100% religious. Well, that being said, they do not have to be religious in order to serve a community or the society in general. But yes, their services are still truly greatly appreciated. To better this issue between profit and non-profit organizations and social groups that are not affiliated with the church but still with the community, religious organizations can host several activities once in a while free of charge to seduce people that do not know much about religion to begin with. They can also advertise as they gain great amounts from fundraisers in order to keep the people's attention and further expanding their religious knowledge in order to keep the mutual relationship. On the same note, as the chapter mentions, it would be greatly appreciated if parents were to educate and discipline their children about religion as soon as they become knowledgeable about life. This would benefit society in many factors as well, many other factors, such as, getting good grades in school and, just giving back to the community and being good individuals and good citizens overall. Most parents do not educate their children about religion or God as much as they should, and that has become a factor while society is following the wrong trends in social media and the television and other types of distractions. To set an example, for a good while, I had my sister that was not really involved in the church or religion until a series of events that had to happen, such as my grandma passing away and our parents, going separate ways and finding their own family and having their own kids with their own different families. These events were really eye-opening, and they made her realize that my advice all along to follow something positive was the best way of life. She was not doing bad or anything in life, but she was lacking some self-motivation and some discipline. I'm glad to say that I was her motivator as God motivated me through my unfortunate struggles. These decisions made were mainly psychological, but as society is expanding, media and families are being destroyed on the same note. It all starts with a positive state of mind to remain focused. Once you put your mind into anything, everything else can fall in place smoothly. And ever since these events did happen, she has been way ahead of me. I'm glad to say she even sets examples for me as I'm taking these master courses during the summer. I was not going to, but she started to tell me how I motivated her, and she started to motivate me in that same sense. So thanks to her, and thanks to me in this way, but mainly thanks to her for listening. And yes, I have experienced many situations where people are just against religion, but I do still try to understand their point of view. I've had many friends that do not believe in God or believe in other items such as, aliens or Satan or any kind of evil energy. And, we do talk about religion, and that's always a topic that is not really touched as much because we can go on and on about. And it's mainly arguing, but I'm not trying to argue anymore. What I'm trying to do is understand why they do think about these different perspectives on religion. You know, you do not have to believe in God or religious organizations to be effective in a society, as I've learned through different arguments, but it is the best way to get by in a way to stay positive and have a good motivation towards life instead of being sloppy and waking up not wanting to do anything or getting into drugs or any types of violent crimes. All those violent crimes start with a lack of motivation. If you do attend mass on a Sunday, a weekly basis, you are more likely to succeed in life because you can stay disciplined and do things the right way. It doesn't mean you're going to go to heaven or as people still sin after church and before church and even while in church. People do confess, but they do not truly confess or etc. But I had friends that just go to church to ease their mind, and that really works out with them. I mean, on my experience, I've gone to church only to, you know, get rid of my bad situations at the time, or to clear my mind rather. But overall, church is a great place for anybody that just wants to find their self or get on the right path, if you will. The way that I learn about God and religion, the way I have been explained is almost too much of a shame to explain, but I can truly say that I saw God in my own way. You know, some people love to speak about the negative energy, like I said, about Satan and hell and demons and so on. But to be quite honest, that lifestyle, that negative energy, takes people nowhere but towards trouble. I've had friends that try to get into my head and tell me all these things about their perspectives, and it doesn't last. They either go back to jail or they end up dead, or sorry to say, but those things are quite devastating. Overall, I just try to keep a great vibe towards God and society and a positive attitude towards humanity after everything that I've seen. And that has been really getting me by on a day-to-day basis. I wake up and I'm just glad to be awake. I'm glad to be who I am in order to accomplish what I have set my mind to. Goals have been easier thinking and praying about my family and the best things of life, such as God and the Virgin Mary and those religious symbols. But on the same note, I do pray for others rather than just myself. That really helps me feel better about life, and It really helps me think more positive about negative situations that can easily break anybody down in a matter of seconds. And to end this, I really do think that people should just at least stay positive about religion if they don't have anything to say about it. You cannot say that religion gets you nowhere if you have never really gotten into it. So it would be best if people would at least try to understand other people, just to be a little more friendly and a little more interactive in society rather than just to themselves and, thinking all these evil thoughts. So I do appreciate your time and thank you so much.